Are the people around you draining your energy? Do you spend time with friends and family due to obligation? Are you outgrowing the situations and environments that once served you? This is the thing, we as we evolve and grow, we can outgrow people's energy. But if we continue to stay in these environments, this can deplete us and this can lower our vibration. So we need to know when it's time to walk away from the past and move on to our future. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We feel obligation. We feel like just because they're family, just because they're friends, just because I've got history with this person means that I need to give them my time and energy. Do you know, that's like saying that you were in a relationship with a narcissist for eight years, like myself. And it's like, oh, we have so much history together, so I will allow him to still be in my energy. No. So what if a toxic family member that you spent your whole fucking life with starts to portray narcissistic energy, starts to become toxic? What do? Do you put up with it, or do you leave? This is the thing. We're so, I've heard this so many times, but they're family, but it's your dad. Fuck off. I'm sorry. Like, if somebody is toxic, somebody is toxic. And like, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be toxicity. When we're outgrowing environments, so when we're evolving, we're usually the only one in our family or our friend group that is actually awakening to the truth. You know what I mean? Spiritual awakening is waking up to the truth in your soul, the truth of society, the truth of life. And when you start to evolve, you start, like, it's the situations that once served you. We were all conditioned once. We were all in that little environment, the gossipy environment. Everyone was low vibration. The moan and groan society is like, whoa, me energy. Oh my God, small town mindset. All of it. We lived in that environment and we felt comfortable in that environment because we didn't know there was anything outside of that environment. But when we shift out of that, when we start to evolve and grow, we start to pick up on everything. We become hyper aware. So the smallest thing triggers us, the smallest bit of negativity. And like, it's just so painful being around people who are so locked into their cage. You know what I mean? I've had to walk away from friends and family members because I cannot be around that energy. And people might say I'm selfish. People might say, oh, they're family. Oh, you've got history together. Fuck off. If you're almost fucking dying because people's energy is sucking the fucking life out of you, then you have to walk away. This is the thing here. If you spend so much time in the wrong environments, your energy will deplete. Your vibrational energy, but also your mental and physical well-being. When you're in the wrong energy, your life gets sucked out. This is why they're called energy vampires. They suck the fucking life out of you. Have you ever noticed being in a, like, you'll know, if you meet somebody, or if you're friends with somebody, or if you're on the same level as somebody, right? You will be high as a kite in their energy. They will be high as a kite. The two of you are buzzing off each other, and you both go away happy as pigs in shit. That's simple. But have you ever been around somebody for even 5 minutes? You go in high energy and then all of a sudden you're depleted, you're drained, and they're in high energy. And all you can think about is going home and crying effectively. That's all you want to do. You're just like, what just fucking happened here? Like, the way I see it, right? It's the glass half full or half empty energy, right? Your glass is overflowing with love, abundance, happiness, excitement, optimism. Their glass is half full, but almost empty because they're in this drained energy. And you know what they do? They take all the stuff out of your glass and then fucking shatter it. And then make you, that's effectively it, like. Your glass goes from overflowing to being fucking shattered. Do you know? And this is what happens. This is really what happens. You have to understand, like, you know, so for another example, you're in this high energy, you're starting your new career, or you decide to go out on your own business, and you start to say, I started this new course, I'm really excited about it. And the person you say it to goes, yeah, but you can't do that. Like, you know, that's you know, that's crazy. Who are you to do that? You have to go and do the normal thing like everyone else did. Do what everyone else did. Marry the person everyone else did. Follow the sheep off the cliff like everyone else did. Now, they're not saying it like this. They're just in their conditioned mentality going, you can't take a risk because I'm afraid to take a risk. So if you take a risk and you're better than me, no, we can't do that. So come back down to my level. This is actually, and I, you know, these people don't know what they're doing. They're not sitting there going, that person has high energy, I'm going to steal their fucking energy and make them feel like shit. They're not doing that. It's not deliberate, okay? So that's why it's really hard to walk away from certain situations, because these people are unconsciously stealing your energy, but they're still fucking doing it. Because of their lack of ability to fucking heal their own wounds, they're seeing you evolve, they're seeing you grow, and they're like, hold on now, I was using you all this time. What if you go further away? I can't fucking use you anymore. So any of the high energy I was getting off you is gone. This is what happens with family members, right? This whole concept of, you know, you become an adult and then you're like, it's my responsibility to babysit my parents now. No, it fucking isn't. It's your responsibility now to choose your life purpose. You're here for more. A parent's job is to raise a child into adulthood. Then let them fucking fly out of the nest. You know what I mean? You don't see fucking birds fucking, you know, pushing their baby bird out of the nest and going, come back up now, and when you have kids, I look after them. Or come back for Christmas, it's great. No, animals, I know we're humans and we do need affection and connection, but your responsibility is to go into adulthood and do something with your life. Not babysit your fucking parents. And codependent, narcissistic fucking parents will turn you into their caregiver. Will use you for everything. Will make it your responsibility to live their fucking life. And this has happened because our parents didn't have the tools or the ability to heal their fucking shit. So they put it on us. And this is what happens. You're like, you know, your parent might have suffered as a kid, but oftentimes the toxic parent and the victim child will end up, that parent will end up treating that child the way their parents treated them. And it's not fair. Do you know what I mean? And like, we're the ones kind of guilt tripped into when we leave. Like, I had to walk away from my dad. His energy was fucking depleting me. Like, I used to set boundaries with him. Like, me and my dad got on so well, but we also clashed so much as well. Because I was rebellious because I didn't fucking fit into that world. But also because he was harder on me than he was my brother or my younger sister. Do you know that he was harder on me? I was the one who got the brunt of it. I was the one who got the after effects of his alcoholism. Like the main like his alcoholism enhanced around my teenage years and when I left home. So it was all my fault and it was all my responsibility to look after him. Do you know, all this kind of stuff happened. This already drained me, so I had set boundaries. But because of stuff that I went through walking away from friends in 2021, I relapsed back into this codependent energy where I became his caregiver. I enabled it. It wasn't just his fault. I also enabled it. And I felt like I was responsible for his life. And because I walked away, I was the fucking bitch. I was the one told, do you have a mental disorder? I actually told him, I cannot be around low vibration negative energy. My health had gone to shit. My immune system was gone to shit. I had a fear-based entity attached to me. I was afraid to leave my fucking house. Do you know what I mean? And I was weak. My mind, my body, my soul was weak. I was detached. I had lost all the will to fucking live. I had, after 8 years of a narcissistic relationship, I lost all sense of self and I lost all of who I was, right? A couple of years of spending too much time with my dad, I went through the same fucking energy, but this time it was worse. Do you know what I mean? And like, I literally had to, initially I set a boundary, then when the boundary wasn't respected, I was told you have a mental disorder. And then I was literally verbally abused and I was like, no, I'm blocking you, I'm never going back. And that was it. Like, but yeah, I'm the one guilt tripped. I'm the one told, you can't do that, he's your father. It doesn't fucking matter. Blood is not thicker than water. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. The fact is that your chosen family are the ones that will stick with you to the end. Just because somebody is blood does not mean you have to put up with toxicity. Like, you're effectively saying, I said this already, if you were in an 8-year narcissistic relationship with somebody, you cut them off. You're literally cutting out poison out of your life. And saying I had history with them doesn't mean anything. You do not owe that person anything. But the whole thing here is, if you're in a toxic family dynamic or friendship dynamic, you're literally saying, I'm gonna stay injecting poison into myself because I feel obligated. Because people will think lower of me if I walk away, if I choose myself. People will think I'm selfish for not helping my parents or not helping that toxic person. And like literally I walked away from my dad 3 years ago, and it's still, the energy is still there. That energy of him making me feel guilty, that energy of making his life my responsibility, that's still fucking there. And it cropped up again last week. And I felt everything again. I felt that guilt. I felt that obligation. I was literally in bits kind of going, what the fuck do I do? Do you know, do I go back? Do I go back because, all that energy came in? I was like, I have to, it's family. And I was like, all I could remember is how fucked up I was when I had to walk away. One of the hardest decisions you'll make is walking away from friends or family members. But it gets to a stage where you have no fucking choice. You know what I mean? And if you don't start to set boundaries early with these kind of people, you'll end up like me. It took me effectively the 3 years to get to where I am now. But the first year after I walked away, I could not leave my fucking house. I only went to the shops once a week. I didn't even go to the forest or to the nature. I was afraid to stand outside my front door. I was afraid of everything. I was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. My nervous system was out of whack. Do you know what I mean? I was in this spiral energy of fear all the time. And that was because of hanging around the wrong people for too long. You know what I mean? It's so fucked up. And I can remember that energy like yesterday. And that's the reason I can't go back. It's because I nearly fucking died. Do you know what I mean? I lost all will to live because I stayed connected to something I felt obligated to stay connected to. And this is what happens to us. Do you know, this is really coming up for me. It's still really, really raw for me because it is hard. It's hard to walk away from people you love. But when it fucks you up that much, where your health and fucking well-being is gone out the window, you have to learn to walk away. You have to learn when it's easy. You have to let go. You know, and I'll say this again, like we're not supposed to, you know, our purpose in life is not to babysit our parents. We have divine mission. And like, you know, I questioned, I was angry and upset with the universe. I was like, why are you isolating me? Why did you make me walk away from friends and family? Why am I left with nothing? And it was only after I started to heal properly and started to get myself back together that I realized, because of my purpose. I needed to isolate because of my purpose. I needed, like, you know, when we're going through evolution and awakening and choosing our purpose path, because of the naysayers, because of that low vibrational energy, anytime we try to take a step forward and we say our plans to the wrong people, they bring us backwards. They plant seeds of doubt. They bring us back into that conditioned or matrix system. Whereas when we're isolated, when we're on our own, we only have our own choice. We don't have anyone to ask. We have no one to ask for advice. We don't have the wrong people to ask for advice. Do you know what I mean? Like when you start to evolve and grow, and when you do walk away from the unhealthy people, your soul tribe does come in. So anyone you end up actually, the newer, you know, soul family that you attract in, they're the ones that can share your plans with. They're the ones that encourage you. They're the ones that help you grow. But you have to go through a stage where you're literally on your own and you've no one left to ask except yourself. You've no one else to trust except yourself. And then you realize this is what it's all for. We have a purpose on this planet to break out of the system, to break out of conditioning, to break out of the matrix, to break out of unhealthy, toxic family dynamics, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic work dynamics. All of these things we're supposed to evolve out of because we're supposed to change the way we live. And within us making that decision, changing for ourselves, we get to show everyone else that it's possible. You know what I mean? And then hopefully, you see, this is the thing. Oh my God, like this analogy, when you evolve and grow, right, you throw down the ladder to the next person, right? And trying to throw down the rope to somebody who doesn't want to fucking do the work. Like we've tried. We tried to help our parents evolve. We tried to help that group of friends evolve. And literally, the right person, right? You help the next person. You throw down the rope. That person, as you pull up, will pull themselves up with you. Do you know what I mean? So there's two people here. You're both in it. You're both growing together. But the wrong fucking assholes, Jesus, you throw down the rope and they dangle there. It's like, give me all your energy. I'm not going to fucking do anything. And your hands are fucking bleeding, trying to pull that person up. And you're so close to falling back down. And you have to say to yourself, What is this for? Is my purpose to help this one person who's trying to fuck me up? Or is my purpose to help more people? This is what you have to ask yourself and what you say to yourself. Your purpose is not to fix people who are pulling you down. Your purpose is to fix yourself and to be able to help the people who actually want to come with you. There's so many of us here that are on divine mission. There's so many of us here that have purpose. But if we allow our toxic family members and our toxic friends and our toxic energies and dynamics and environments and work environments to hold us back, we're going to go around in fucking circles all over again, and you're going to have to repeat the same shit over and over again and into the next life. Right now, you're here to awaken. You're here to break out of this family shit. Break out of your ancestral wounding. Choose yourself and choose your purpose. Because you're no good to anyone if your energy is fucked up by the people around you. And they say this as well, you're the average of the 5 people in your environment. Ask yourself, are the 5 people in your environment high vibrational, or are they part of the moan and groan society? Are they depleting your energy and trying to keep you stuck? Or are they evolving with you? Because if they're not, it's time to reevaluate your situation, reevaluate who you have in your life. And once again, I'll say it, just because they're family does not mean you have to put up with toxic fucking behavior. Does not mean that you have to be guilt-tripped into about choosing your life over theirs. You're evolving, you're growing, and you're choosing your health and well-being over being sucked lifeless by these people. So don't feel guilty for choosing yourself and your path. Don't feel guilty for choosing your health and well-being. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. And I'd love nothing more than to help on your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box. And I'm hosting an inner child healing workshop. It's a 90-minute workshop on the Wednesday, the 4th of March at 6 p.m. Ireland UK time. So anyone who is suffering from low self-worth, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, toxic family members, any kind of childhood trauma, anything like that, this would be really helpful for you. If you want information for that, please comment below.